up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Once again, it's your boy FlippinStoop. I hope you guys are having a rocking morning, a rocking day, and getting to work. So, you ever ask yourself, I've asked myself this in the beginning, and many of times I ask myself, is reselling really what I like to do? But I kind of encourage you to just keep pushing forward, whether you feel like you like it now or not. Because I think with force, for example, if you squeeze a lemon or an orange hard enough, what do you get out of it? You get out orange juice, right? That's the only thing that's ever going to come out of an orange. If you squeeze yourself enough, what I mean by that is if you squeeze yourself enough and you keep putting pressure under yourself, with the stresses and things like that that come from eBay, the best you is either eventually going to come out or the crappy you is going to defeat yourself. Don't let the crappy you defeat yourself and just give up. That's why most people give up when it comes to reselling. They get squozed too hard, if that's even a word, but they get too much pressure on them and they don't adapt to that pressure and become a better individual to be the best they can on eBay. Instead, they give up and they run. So all the people that fold doors and fold shops and close up eBay, and this isn't to target any of you guys, because I've been close on that verge as well before, but I never gave up. You have to consistently put pressure on yourself, not to a degree to drive you insane, but in order for you to become a better person. And one of the main reasons I make this video content on a daily basis is to help encourage you guys and motivate you guys, because I know through what I've went through on eBay, I'm not the only one that's had times I wanted to say, the heck with this stuff, I'm all done, right? I know I'm not the only one out of 7 million resellers on eBay that's ever thought like that. Okay, so one thing I never did in my life, my entire life, guys, was give 100% towards something and stay with it. I always gave 100% the first week, the first 2 weeks, even the first month or so. Even when I use bodybuilding, for example, because that's something that I did hang on to for a while, and I stayed dedicated to it for quite some time. But I still gave up because the old me came back, right? You gotta adapt yourself and change yourself for a long enough period of time to where you don't want to ever go back to the old person you once were. How does this relate to eBay? Very simply, guys. You are going to go through moments where you're going to get squished or squoze like that orange. And when you do get squished, the real you comes out. When somebody upsets you, angers you, puts pressure on you, your eBay business puts pressure on you, you're getting returns and you're getting irritated at the wrong things, the real you comes out. The give up on the inside. Most of us is run from our problems. That's just the analytics in life in general. That's why most people work a regular paying job and they never get past living paycheck to paycheck, because we as individuals don't like to adapt to change. We don't like change. We like what we're comfortable with. And the sad part is most of us are comfortable with being broke. Now, I'm not saying you don't make $1,000 a week or $3,000 a week or whatever you're making at your current job, but you're still, at the end of the week, you're still broke. Living paycheck to paycheck. Because what do people do when they start making $3,000 a week, $4,000 a week? They go get shiny shit to show it off, right? That's what they do. Instead of investing that money into making more money and making more money, they go buy shiny things to impress their friends or the neighbors they don't even care about. So, one main reason why I've never gave up on eBay, because I told myself inside my soul that you have never gave 100% and never gave up on. I never gave 100% on anything I ever did in life, guys. Ever, without giving up. I might have gave 90, 80, 70% at a job. That not even, probably 40% at a job that I couldn't stand, just so I'd get a paycheck at the end of the week, right? I did the bare minimum that I had to do at any job I ever worked at to get a paycheck at the end of the week. And if you go into reselling with that attitude, you're going to be just as unhappy reselling as you would at your current job. So if you're unhappy with what you're doing for a living and then you think you're going to take the same attitude into reselling, you're going to get the exact same results. You're going to get about what you were making at your current job. So there's almost no sense to be your own boss then, because all you're doing is causing more stress to you. But if you're all right with change and willing to adapt to change and grow from it, you would be surprised at how far you can go on eBay. I don't think enough people talk about that aspect of reselling. Everybody wants to see what sold. Let me tell you this for right now. If you pick a niche, within 6 months, within 3 months to 6 months, depends on how often you pay attention to your sold items, you're going to know what sells in your niche. I don't have to tell you what's going to sell in your niche, and neither does any other reseller. You, by experience, are going to figure that out. And to be truthful, everybody's location is different. Certain clothes sell for me better here in the Midwest, here in Michigan, than it does in California, right? So, and vice versa. Some stuff sells better in California than it does here where I'm at. It depends on your location. It depends on what items you can find, and things of that nature. And I'm referencing around on clothes because that's what I resell, but it don't matter. I don't need to sit on, see, people, I'll tell you why them videos about what sold and what items are selling are catchy, because people want the instant gratification. People get excited to see something that sells because now they're going to go out and look for that. But the thing is, are you going to go out and continue to look for that for the next rest of your life? Is that what you're going to do? Most people want to get in and get out. They don't want to put the long term into reselling on eBay. And if you're not in it for the long haul, you're going to give up. If you're thinking, I just want to make quick money, fast money, that is not enough to get you to the next level. You got to have more whys. What is one of my, I talk about this often, what is one of my main reasons why I do not give up on reselling? I just said it a few minutes ago, guys. And it is the fact that I never gave 100% at anything in my life for longer than a few months. Never. And I'm not saying every day I feel 100%. That'll never happen either. People want that to happen. People are like, well, when I feel happy every single day, then I'll be good in life. Well, you better start taking some different actions than you took today, or else you're never going to get there. You're going to get the same results every single day. So that is one of my main reasons. I think it's very important for you to ask yourself, what is your why? If your why is not strong enough, as E.T. says it and many other successful people say it, you'll never make it. If your why isn't strong enough, like I am bound determined to be a dedicated individual on eBay. Why? Because I've never been dedicated at anything in life other than fucking my life up. That's what I was dedicated at. I was dedicated at running from the problem instead of attacking the problem. You want to know what the best skill to have on eBay is? Attack the problems. Attack the problems, be consistent, and list every day. Those are the best skills. Nobody else that's making YouTube videos or anything else, as I am, can tell you anything different. Those are the best skills to have. If you run when tough times get tough, you're going to be mediocre. If you give up when times get tough, you're going to be mediocre. Some people say in their mind, well, that's all I want out of life is mediocrity. And if that is the truth, why are you even trying it? Just go at a regular 9 to 5, and that'll give you a mediocre life. You'll live paycheck to paycheck, like the 80-some% of the people in the world already live to. You don't have to start running your own business. I would hope that your aspects of running your own business is, one, being able to, for once in your life, being your own boss and really be self-sufficient. Number two would be to make more income than you would at your 9 to 5. On eBay, you can actually make what you're worth. So if you're making $100 a week, you're worth $100 a week. eBay don't discriminate against anybody. Why would you only be making $100 a week? Because you're not putting the energy into it. You're not putting the time into it. If you're putting 40 to 80 hours a week into eBay, eBay is going to reward you. As long as you have your chickens lined up and you have good products, your sourcing is consistent, you're not missing days and things like that, your sales will continue to rise the more and more items you list. So eBay is one of the only platforms that will actually show you what you're valued at. So if you're only getting, say, $200 to $300 a week and you're getting irritable with eBay, it's not eBay's fault, it's your fault. And that's a hard thing to swallow because I had to do that. I was stuck at the $400 or $500 a week thing for a long time. And I had to realize that it wasn't nothing eBay was doing wrong. It was something I was doing wrong. I wasn't pushing the boundaries hard enough. I wasn't increasing the amount of items I was listing a week. It's things like that running a business, you really have to look at it and realize you are only making X amount of dollars because you're only putting X amount of effort. And what I mean by X amount of, but Justin, I'm listing 100 items a day. Well, if you're not doing the research on them, you're not putting the effort in. You can put 100 items up of something that's not desirable whatsoever to anybody, and you're not going to sell shit. It doesn't matter if you're putting 100 items up, the quantity, if it's not something people actually want. So I think it's really important to find a niche, guys. I'm getting right around the area of, I sell more denim jeans and more women's sweaters than I sell anything. So that's pretty much what I'm predicating on learning most about, is women's cardigans, women's knitted sweaters, cashmere sweaters, mock necks, turtlenecks, the whole 9 yards with women's sweaters, bohemians, tunics, everything. I'm learning everything there is possibly to know about women's sweaters. And no, I don't have it all figured out yet, but I do really good with women's sweaters, and I do pretty damn good with denim jeans as well. What are you going to do good at on your eBay business? That's up to you. Whatever you start listening, you ever hear the people say on YouTube, sell similar? The reason they're saying that is because eBay, if you're selling a whole bunch of denim jeans, and then all of a sudden you don't list any more denim jeans for 6 months and you list something else, you're not going to sell no more denim jeans. It don't matter how many denim jeans you have in your store. You might sell one here and one there. They say sell similar because eBay gives you a certain audience. They give you a certain customer base that is actually looking for the items that you are listing on a daily basis. So if you're listing all over the place, it's harder to get a consistent reoccurring customer. I will tell you, there's one hassle I'm going through right now, and it is combined shipping, and my end is good. I checked my end. I edited it all to the point where you can get on my store and order 10 items and get a combined shipping price. But the person on the other end is still having the customer is still having a difficult time arranging that and setting it up. I spent another hour last night with individual trying to figure that out. I watched about 5 YouTube videos on it. So my page is set up just the way it's supposed to be. She also is a reseller and couldn't figure it out. So we struggled for about an hour, but the main thing, guys, is find something, sell similar, and list every single day, guys. And for the first time in your life, if you're something like me where most people never give 100%. Because if you gave 100% into one thing for your entire life, you probably wouldn't be reselling on eBay. Whatever you gave 100% to be, you'd be a professional and a master at it. For example, if you're an athlete or whatever, they give, Michael Jordan didn't give 60%. He gave 110% every single day. Kobe Bryant, he gave 110% every single day, even when they don't feel like it. So if you want to be great on eBay, you got to give some percentage. And I'm not talking about 80, 90%, guys. You and I both are capable of more than what we're putting in now. You have to admit that. 99.9% of the people that resell on eBay would have to admit that you can do more than you are actually doing today. And how do you do that? Through consistency, one, and telling yourself that this is an actual opportunity and being grateful for the opportunity instead of pointing out all the flaws about eBay. You find more people doing that. That's why they don't succeed. Oh, I got a return. Or, the fees are too high. Look, if you're making enough money, if you're doing it right, and if your main focus is building your inventory system up and adding items to your store every single day, you're not going to be worrying about the little fees that they charge you. Go open a brick and mortar business, like I've said in the beginning, a lot of making these videos. Go open a brick and mortar and see what the marketing costs you there. You wouldn't be able to even cut. If you're complaining about eBay expense, you'll never be able to do a brick and mortar business. Ever. Because that little tiny percentage, you're going to have a whole lot more than that when you have a brick and mortar. Plus, you're going to probably be paying rent. Or if you build the building yourself, now you're going to have a 30-year mortgage on it or whatever it might be you have on it with the bank, right? Unless you have enough capital to just build $1 million building, then, go by all means do it. But the truth of the matter, guys, is most of us do not put in 100% every single day. I would be lying straight to your face if I've said, since I started reselling on eBay, I put 100% in every day. Because if I did, I'd be a lot further than I am now. Right? I'd be way further. There's every day, some days I just go through the motions. But go through the motions. Going through the motions is a lot better than just saying, I feel 50% today, I'm not going to put it in. Go through the motions, get your number. Get your number, make a number, stick with it, get to it, be consistent on it, and eBay will definitely reward you for it. There's not a lot of tips and tricks, guys. And people make these videos that say there's tips and tricks. The only tips and tricks I show you guys is like the tools I use, the coupons I use, that you can consider that a tool as well. Sending offers. Excellent customer. I'm telling you, I can't emphasize this enough. Excellent customer service has got me way more repeat customers. Matter of fact, they're okay with spending a little extra money because of my customer service. And I'm not tooting my own horn. What I'm telling you guys is I reach out on a personal level to every single customer. Why? Because if it ain't for the customer, you don't exist. Your eBay business don't exist. They are your business. If you want serious sales on eBay and you want good returns, and what I mean by returns is customers coming back and purchasing more items from you, treat them like you value them. Value your customer base. I've always been taught, my great grandpa owned a couple businesses, as well as my grandpa on my mom's side owned a shoe store business. I was always taught that your customers are number one. Have outstanding customer service, and your business will stay. Your business. You can't be a dickhead or an asshole or a bitch, whatever you want to call it, right, on your eBay store and expect to have a good word base. You know, there's some people I deal with, the customers that say, I'm going to tell all my friends in school about your store and your great purses or your great prices and your excellent customer service. And sure shit, the next few days my sales go up. Why do you think that is? Good customer service, getting on a personal basis with people, calling them by their first name so they feel valuable. If you're just like, hey, customer, think about that. Hey, customer, that don't show a lot of value behind who you're talking to. If you can't figure out their name, at least call them by their screen name there on eBay. So it makes them feel like you're on a more of a personal level with them. And that is just business 101. If you've ever watched any videos on how to be successful in business and customer service especially, get on a one-to-one basis with every single customer. But Justin, that just takes too much time. You don't want it bad enough if you're saying that takes too much time. You got to give your customers time. I think this, if you're not willing to give your customers the time that they need, or you get irritated when somebody messages you about one of your products, you're actually not in the service behind helping people out find good products. You are actually only in it for the money, and you're probably not going to make it all the way through. That's just my personal opinion. That doesn't mean it's correct, but if you are, in the beginning, I used to get frustrated with customers. I did. I'd be like, what the hell? Come on, man. The measurements are in the listing 3 times, just use some common sense. I've wanted to say stuff like that. I'm glad I never did. But the truth is when people are using cell phones, for example, and they're buying items, they can't see all the item specifics as you can on the internet. It's harder for them to view them. So work with your customers. Treat them as if you would treat your own family. Not on all the deals. Business is business. Remember, business is business. Don't rape yourself on an item to make a customer happy, right? Be fair, but don't break your bank account to make one customer satisfied, right? Unless you made a mistake. Now, if you made a mistake, I've had certain items that got sent out and the quality of the item wasn't as good as it was in the description in the beginning of my reselling. And so what I did, I told them, go ahead and keep that item and go ahead and pick one more item out on my store of any price range, and I'll gladly send you that for free. You know what that happens? That customer came back. Candace Walsh. When sending tracking numbers, I always say good morning, good afternoon, insert first name. You're right on the professional level, Candace. I love it. I usually get good feedback by just doing that. Absolutely. People search. Let me finish reading before I comment on that. Let me see more. Come on. Okay. She says she gets good feedback at just doing that. It allows for easy conversations about other possible purchases. Candace, right there, if you really are having difficulties getting positive feedback, do what Candace just said right there. That is the blueprint right there. That is exactly what I do with every single one of my customers. You know how long it takes? About 5 to 10 seconds. It takes about 5 to 10 seconds for me to write a little paragraph like that on my computer and respond to a customer. And then I send them feedback when they purchase. And then I send them a coupon. And then I say, hey, I just sent you a 20% off coupon. for your future purchase. We are looking forward to. Don't give them the option of if they're going to come back or not. What you tell them is, we are looking forward to seeing you the next time. That puts it in their head. I'm telling you, this works. Psychology works. You are letting them know mentally, and it's almost like you're pulling them back to your store mentally. Whether you believe that or not, try it out for a little while and see what happens. You'll get a lot more repeat customers. Once you get a repeat customer base set up, you know what items to look for because you know what items they're buying, and reselling becomes a lot easier. That is when reselling becomes easy, guys. I have customers. Why do you think I know about cardigans, knitted sweaters? Because that's what I sell the most of, and denim jeans. When I go to the thrift store, I don't have to look at my phone to find what I need to find anymore. Unless I find some odd item that looks really good quality and I don't know much about it, I'll look it up. But I know what I'm looking for when I go to the thrift stores now. People, guys, I've spent 10 hours in a thrift store and sold barely any of it. Now I go to a thrift store, 30 minutes, I'm in and out. 30 minutes to an hour. I mean, I know exactly what I'm going for. I know the exact area I'm going into. I know what I'm willing to spend on. I know how much I'm going to make on it. When I'm holding it in my hand before I even list, I know what the price is going to be when I list it. I know what the title's going to look like. I know what the item specifics are going to look like mentally in my mind. So why do I keep selling them same items? Because it's a no-brainer. You get a lot more items listed when you don't have to think about how to list them. When you got to think about how to list every single item, you're going to get so irritated, and it's going to get so discouraging that it's going to pull you away from reselling. When you don't have to think about it, it just comes right off the tongue. The title comes right off the tongue. And then when you go back to your store and you look up on the search bar where you're at and your items are in like the first top 5 or 3, you know you're doing something right. So keep doing that. Get items that you're familiar with. And if you're not familiar with any items yet, pick something and do it for 6 months and learn it. And learn it and learn it and learn more about it every day. Google certain things. What type of neck, the top 10 neck styles of women. Look that up, print the chart off, put it above your station. So when you might not know if it's a cowl neck or a mock neck or a shawl neck, you'll be able to look at that board right there and be able to tell exactly what it is. And if you sell enough of them, pretty soon, you're going to look at it and be like, that's cowl neck. Boom. You already know. You don't even got to look at the chart no more. Learn what you're selling. I don't think there's anything more important than learning what you're selling and good customer service. Once you start learning what you're selling, guys, you believe in the product that you're selling. Once you believe in the product you're selling, watch your sales go to the moon. I love you guys all. Thank you, Candace, for getting involved. I greatly appreciate it. You guys have a blessed day. Oh, hey, the YouTube channel subscribers are going up. I greatly appreciate it. It would feel good if more of you guys would go there, but I'm not, my channel will grow anyways from consistency, and that's not being an asshole or cocky. I'm just saying I'm going to be consistent on a daily basis, and I reach out to customers on YouTube too, just like I do on eBay. You want something to grow? Get involved with the people that are in your groups. I love you guys all. It's your boy FlippinStoop, and if you like this, smash the like button. Thank you guys. Have a great day.